Hey y'all, it's your girl Nyesha Stone, and we're still at the Milwaukee Film Festival with some youth for the Milwaukee Youth Show. And today we have Joey Jewin and Liana Lima. Yeah, y'all know how long it took me to get that together. And they have the diagnostics, right? Diagnosis, see? You know, we learning on the spot. But I'm excited to have you guys here. So can you talk a little bit about your film and just kind of how it feels to be here?
So my film, The Diagnosis, is about this guy named Trevor who's in a toxic relationship, and he goes to a therapist to kind of like get his 2 cents on it and like what he should do. But it's kind of like couples therapy. They're both there, but at the end you find out it's not really a couples therapy. It's actually just his relationship with his anxiety.
So the last person I interviewed, she kind of one of the people I interviewed, they were talking about mental health. So this is literally the same thing. Why do you think that's a topic that your generation is focusing on right now?
I think with COVID, like a lot of mental health got a lot worse for a bunch of teenagers. So just kind of like focusing on that and like how we cope with that in this like digital age. I don't know.
I kind of want to hear a little bit more about that because I couldn't imagine like going through the pandemic, you know, at your age. So how was that for you? And have you at all like kind of used what you guys went through in the film?
So for me, the COVID felt like really isolating. It was really hard not seeing my friends and stuff. And I don't know, I felt like socially it really kind of hindered all of us as a generation because it was just like a whole year where we couldn't see anyone. So for me, it was like kind of weird, like, 'cause I have anxiety going back to school, like with that and not having like talked to really a lot of people like in a year was kind of jarring for me. And I think a lot of people as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think like making films is kind of a way to bring us back together and like work with our friends and like kind of cooperate after we couldn't after COVID.
I love that. So what can we do as a community to kind of like help? Because I like I said, you guys went through something that we've kind of never experienced. We're kind of older a little bit. And so like, what can we do as a community? Do we need to provide, is it more programs like the Milwaukee Film Festival? Is it more activities? Like what can we do to kind of help, you know, bring that social, take away that social anxiety that you kind of have?
I think the Take Two program is really good for anxiety because it's kind of like low pressure and like kind of like creates this community with other filmmakers, other young creative people. So it's definitely like a beneficial thing, and something else like that would be great.
Yeah, I think just kind of fostering this creative, welcoming community is really, really important when it comes to mental health and just all working on supporting and uplifting each other and coming together.
My last question for both of you, whoever wants to answer first, but what advice would you have to youth who are going for their dreams?
I would say just do it. It can be really daunting to like, because everyone like has a dream, but it can be hard to just go for it. But my advice would just be to like try to make the steps, no matter how small they are, just try to start going for your dreams, and I think they'll come back to you.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I appreciate y'all for stopping by and to share a little bit about your story. And remember, in the end, everything will be carved in stone. In the end, everything will be carved in stone.